Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we're going to be doing the Final Fantasy XIV quests for the Dwarven Allied Society, Chief Concerns. There once was a dwarf named Ronitt, a boy with a bee in his bonnet. He had agreed to a bet he would come to regret, and thus, of course, he actually won it. Got some bad news, and some more bad news. Which do you want first? Alright, I'll pick. For starters, I hear the chief's been spending more and more time checking his beard in the mirror. That can only mean one thing. It's almost beard tide. What are we going to do? At this rate, we'll never make it. As for the other bit of bad news, some of the workers have turned tail and ran back to the village before they get in any more trouble. Now there ain't enough people to handle production or bring in raw materials. Regit, Groot, and the others are already at their breaking point. I even thought about asking Azog for help, but I couldn't bloody find her. Think, Ronitt, think. There must be a way. Maybe a nice relaxing stroll will clear my head. Yeah, a quick trip to a scenic damsel should sort me right out. And whatever you do, don't follow me. You think I might get eaten by hungry beasties. Don't follow me. Yes, definitely don't do that. Yeah, which means that that's exactly what we're going to fucking do. Despite being given explicit orders not to, it's exactly what we are going to do. I see you understood my subtle hints. You see, I want a word with you, away from the others. It's a bit of a touchy subject, and I don't want them getting discouraged or nothing. You're good at keeping secrets, ain't you? I guess. Alright, truth is, I'm finding it all a bit much. The pressure, the responsibility. I've always been a loner, and nothing I ever did made a lot of difference to anyone else. Or it seems you're the opposite. But it sounds like people are always turning to you for help. Don't you ever worry you'll make some sort of horrible mistake, and I don't know, cause the end of the world or something? What's your secret? Yeah, solving problems is what I do best. Thanks, I feel a lot better now. And with the great Watt's blood flowing in my veins, there ain't nothing I can't overcome. Of course, I've got Watt's hammer as well, thanks to you finding it for me. Not that I ever use it, mind you. I'm keeping it safely hidden away until the day comes that I'm skilled enough to yield it myself. This thing, just a normal everyday hammer, mate. Nothing special, but gets the job done. Point is, it gives me something to look forward to. A reason not to give up. Can't go disappointing my illustrious ancestors now, can I? Still honing my own skill is all well and good, but if I really want to go down in the history books, I've got to think big. Think beyond what I'm capable of doing on my own. With friends like you, how can I go wrong? Right, I better get back to the workshop before I run off steam again. Found my motivation. All I need is a plan. I wonder what Watts would do at a time like this. A shame his expertise was in automata and not tanks. And all I need is a plan. Automata. The Megasonic Frog Boy and Regent Groot, I thought you two were working. We just fancy a spot of eavesdropping. Hoping you don't mind. Yes, we heard everything. I wish you'd said something sooner. You don't have to bear the burden on your own. You know, let us share the load. Share the load. Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you. Wait, what was the frog boy just said just now? I know it's only copying what we say, but I feel like it was hinting at something. And all I need is a plan. Automata. That's it. What is? Ah, I see. Actually, we thought Azog might be here too, but she's nowhere to be seen. Gargonet will need all the pair of hands we can get. Perhaps she made her way back to the workshop by now, and we should probably do likewise. Yeah, probably. But I mean, what I had done with automation to begin with, I don't know. And sorry about that. I'll repeat. Why they didn't think about automation sooner, I do not understand. That probably would have been one of the first things I would have been trying to do once we had the process down is, how can we automate this shit? Thanks to Frogweb, the way forward seems clear. Come on, I'll show you what I have in mind. I'm going to use this place to build something that'll speed up production, but I can't do it all on my own. That reminds me, I thought Azog was supposed to be around here somewhere. Oh, did you miss me? Sorry to keep you waiting. I took the liberty of inviting a few friends of yours. I knew it was only a matter of time for you needing my help. My skills don't come cheap, you know. Silek and I may not be engineers, but we're also not averse to a bit of hard work. Yes, just find what needs doing and leave the rest to us. Really, considering all you've done for us, Master Ronitt, it would be our pleasure to assist you. Travel this way just to help me? Well, not you, Lorathi. You only live around the corner, but I'm grateful all the same. I'm so happy Alright, there's plenty of work to be done and not much time to do it. As for you, just because all these people have shown up doesn't mean you're off the hook. Of course not. Time to put my plane into action. By using a load of existing automaton parts, I'll be able to upgrade the workshop and build the rest of the tanks, even with just this small number of us. Still, there are a few things that need to be made from scratch. I've got a whole crate worth of parts I want you to make. Anything less than perfection and it just might blow up in our faces. So bring me your finest work, alright? And if you need more materials, go talk to the Mecha Toad. I'm counting on you. Where is it? Let me see. Great work. I'd better put this to use right away. There's not a moment to spare. Okay. Yeah, in spite of Ronitt's efforts, then the fateful day arrived. Should be here any moment, and I still have one more tank to finish. I have an idea. Come with me. We'll try to buy you some time. You get that last tank completed, no matter what it takes. Now you saw this running about. Here, take this. It's Nitrobrew, an alcoholic beverage that doubles as a paint stripper. And it's strong enough to knock out a bison. If we leave these kegs in the road, Xamott is bound to help himself to a few swigs. Don't give me that look. You clearly don't know how a dwarf's mind works. Look, there isn't much time, and this is the best I can come up with. Just put them over there and let dwarven nature take its course. Would have figured they went closer to where you actually stood, but... I don't know. Nitrobrew probably tastes fucking awful. I know I tried some of those various drinks that were carbonated using nitrogen, and they went flat so quickly. I mean, it did have a decent flavor, but once it went flat, they were just ruined, and they went flat in minutes. That should do it, and now we wait. It's like you had to chug that shit. What, he's already here? And why is Chief Glag with him? Well, really, did the Nitrobrew do its job? It must be my lucky day. Besides, it's a shame to let all that grog go to waste. For once, I agree with you, you old swine. Ah, shut up, Hobbs bollocks. What did you say? Come on, Ronitt. They won't stay like this forever. What happened? Was I asleep? My head feels like it's been stepped on by a Talos. Booze must have been involved. Oh, aren't there supposed to be tanks around here somewhere? God, too little, too late. Yes, I notice a distinct lack of tanks. I declare this contest well and truly not so fast. The hills are alive with the sound of tanks! Ronitt! What? The bloody hells? The rolling tankards at your service. What's wrong with you two? Aren't you going to congratulate me on my hard-earned victory? No, we're bloody well not. Do you have any idea what you put us through? Didn't I say my hard-earned victory? Of course, what I meant to say was our hard-earned victory. Yes, a slip of the tongue, that's all. Is that any better? Well, you did it fair and square. No underhanded, dirty tricks, at least none that I'm aware of. Azog, though I have yet to decide your punishment for consorting with Thulls, I will say this. You've demonstrated the superiority of Gog engineering, without which those tanks would never have been seen the light of day. Listen, Chief, I didn't do this because I'm Gog. I did this because I'm a member of Watt's Anvil. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. All this talk of Thull and Gog has reminded me of something important. I don't talk about this, but when I were a lad, my chief once told me that Thull and Gog were once part of a single tribe. And in that one tribe was born a boy. His name was Watts. He was blessed with curiosity and imagination in abundance, and grew up to become the greatest inventor our kind has ever known. But sadly, the automata that he created caused a rift in our people. Some wanted to use them as workers, while others saw them as tools of war. And we all know how that ended. The limp-bearded Thulls content to dig their holes and till their soil, and the mighty Gogs, crushing their enemies and sowing the fields with their blood. Glory to Kamra. A pox on Kamra. A pox, is that the worst you Thulls can muster? So let's squabble the pair of you. I want to hear the rest of the story. Ah yes, as I was saying, Watts was beside himself to think that his beloved inventions could lead to so much strife. He locked away the rest of his designs so that they could never bring any harm to his fellow dwarves. Those designs included the tank. Well, it makes sense now. No wonder he didn't want no one finding him. But if I hadn't opened that safe, somebody else would have eventually. How did you open it anyway? It was locked tight. Well, it was a long time ago, so I ain't quite sure, but I remember I used a coin. One given to me by a Gog, I think. Oh, that coin, it's the one I gave you. You mean you're that Gog girl from all those years ago? Hey, this is how Watts planned it all along. His descendants working side by side. It weren't the technology that were at fault. It was us dwarves and our bickering who caused us to live apart as Thull and Gog. But now, one of Watt's ideas might build a bridge between us. Oh, shut up, you daft sod. This is all it takes to wash away generations of bad blood. But on the other hand, we Gogs admire Watts just as much as you Thulls. If you're right, which would be a first, it's worth some thought. Trouble is, it all seems a little too convenient. The coin, the chance reunion, all the other coincidences. There are probably a load more I don't even know about. Well, because what happens when preparation meets opportunity. You see, all the coincidences in the world won't do you no good. If you ain't got the gumption to make the most of them, Something Ronitt and a Zog have in spades. Right, that's enough blathering out of me. I'm off for a pint at the Crystarium on my way home. If you think this is the end, think again. 5 tanks is just a start. It'll take more than that to solve the world's troubles. Alright, I hear you. Now bugger off and let us get on with it. That's funny. I thought those two were enemies. Probably got more in common than they realize. Anyway, someone got back to the anvil. I mean, it's a good way to try and get the two sides to work together again. So you and the Zog bought me some time, did you? Should have bought a bit more by the sounds of it. Hey, just joking. If it weren't for you two, I'd never have made it. I suppose that's what Watt's Anvil is all about. You lot working your arses off to make me look good. Something like that, anyway. What's like the chief said. A measly 5 tanks ain't gonna right the world's wrongs. So I figure 500 ought to do it. We'd better get back to work and no slacking. So, that was the quest Chief Concerns. Hopefully you enjoyed this little quest here on YouTube. And hopefully we'll see you again either for another video here on YouTube or maybe one of our mini streams over on Twitch at the same channel name. Till then though, I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.